Okay, today I saw something on the YouTube by the Saturn V. It's always nice to see other people do stuff. You realize the dumb stuff that you do yourself. This transaxle is so heavy. So what I'm going to do, instead of me muscling this thing around here to try to degrease it, I'm going to put the wheels back on and roll it around while I'm degreasing. So that's, I'm going to put the wheels back on. Thank you, the Saturn V. That's going to save my back. Anyway, here we go. Okay, what I'm going to do now is get some degreaser over the whole thing while I go put the Christmas decorations in the attic. It's cast iron and this, boy, is it ever heavy. I'll put some papers down, get some degreaser on it, and get this thing degreased. We got two types of degreaser. I have some Gunk Engine Bright gel, and I've also got some Super Clean. Don't know how either one of them work, but let's give it a shot, see what happens. Start off with the Super Clean. Let's see. Oh man. Well, as you can see, I pretty much went on with the gunk. Looks like it's nice little, goes on nicely. And, let's see if it degreases nicely. I'll let that sit and come back, and since I can't power wash it because it's so cold out, what I'll do is let it sit and then come in and scrape it. Use rags and scraping it. See if that gets her degreased. Now to put up the Christmas decoration. Degreaser's had a little bit to work and no time to work. Got about 10 minutes or so. And it looks like it works pretty doggone well. It's going to take a whole bunch of time. Good Lord, I wish it was summer out so I could just power wash this crap away. But I'll keep wishing. I ain't doing nothing but taking time and effort. So, time to scratch and wipe. Scratch and wipe. See how long this takes to clean up. Definitely comes off a lot easier than without the degreaser. Be a messy, messy job. Yeah, run out a little brush here, and basically it's just turning this stuff into like a big old thing of mud. So I think it's going to be just a combination of time and a whole bunch of rags. That looks like it's cleaning it up. And I might have to get the big chunk muddy stuff off first. And then come back with this degreaser. Hit it like that. Take another rag. Get her nice and clean. Just want to get this clean enough to open it up, see why it's stuck in reverse without getting all this gunk down in it. So we'll see what happens. Let this stuff work in a little bit. See, I don't know if I'm gonna have enough rags. Good Lord, my wife makes me throw away all my old clothes and I'll use that as rags, but I don't know if I got that much to clean this thing up. Oh wow, paint's coming off too good. Seeing just cast iron down there, so that's good. All right. Well, I turned the transaxle up. It's really difficult to turn it because this big old hunk is stuck in gear, and that was the reason why it's off. So that really makes it hard to turn this because the wheels want to do the wheel thing. But I rolled it up and I'm going to give her another squirt of this degreaser. And I can't tell you how messy of a job this is. Holy mackerel, this is messy. I'm doing this in my garage, and I don't mean my detached garage where I got purposely made to build stuff. This is my home garage and I'm tearing it up, so that means a lot of cleanup. When I get this thing degreased, it's going to take a while though. This thing is heavily greased. It probably hasn't been degreased in 37, 38 years. So we'll see. And I just might not clean the axles as much because that really doesn't matter as much right now until I get into the renovation phase. So I might let that go. It just takes me too long to get this gunk off of here. Holy Jesus. Well, it's starting to come along, especially up the parts where I hit with the rags here. Here's a good use when your wife makes you throw away your tidy-whities. Just put them in your rag box, dude. There's always something to be wiped down or cleaned, whether it's in your car, somewhere in your shop, but these things clean up really nice. As with every project, there's a learning curve. And I figured it out, if you just put this up, have the surface here horizontal, it is so much easier. So, got it up here, continuing to clean. The cleaning is coming along well. Extremely messy, like I've said before. Time consuming. Pain and you know what. It's easy to turn this around now. Just turn it where you want to go. Put the degreaser on it, let it sit, and wipe it off. Should have this thing cleaned up today. Hopefully we'll be cracking it open tomorrow. Well, got it pretty cleaned up. Looks pretty good. It's down to just a little, down to the metal. Took me a couple hours to do it, but looks good. I'll flip it over so we can see the nuts and bolts. Okay, so there's the transaxle there, cleaned up. You couldn't eat a meal off of it, but you could sure snack off of it. It's down to the metal. So I feel comfortable now cracking open that transaxle and seeing why it's stuck in reverse. Once again, that was a very dirty job. Took me a couple of hours spraying on, scraping with a brush, wiping it off. Took a lot of rags. Something we probably could have got done in about 15 minutes with a power washer in the summertime. So anyway, hopefully I ordered some manuals. I think I'm gonna hold off on cracking that open until I get the manual to see if I need any gaskets or anything like that. And get this thing fixed. Once it's fixed, we'll get it back on the tractor there. Get it rolling. Once it's rolling, blow it apart and renovate it. Bye-bye.